Chapter 1, Prologue. We had no idea about that moment. It was 2024. Nobody knew. Not him, not her. He was living in southern Germany. 6'1", 185 pounds. Lean but solid. The kind of build that looks ordinary under clothes until it doesn't. Brown eyes behind silver-rimmed glasses. His voice was thicker than his frame suggested. Most people paused the first time they heard it, just for a second, because of the voice. Close-cropped hair, a Poseidon tattoo across his back, a humpback whale along his right side, none of it visible when he was dressed, just things he carried. 6 years in the Republic of Korea Naval Special Warfare Flotilla, UDT SEAL. That's what built him. It rewired his brain. Strip what you don't need. Keep what keeps you alive. That was the operating system now. A foreign worker in southern Germany. He dealt with racism too. The funny thing was, the Germans weren't that bad. It was the other foreigners, Russians, Indians, who were worse. That part was more absurd than anything, and honestly, kind of funny. He wasn't a social person. He knew that about himself. He didn't try to fix it either. He was just that kind of person. She was living in northern Germany, 5'4", 97 pounds, light blonde hair, glasses, gray eyes, not cold but not easy to read either. Thin frame. But she didn't look fragile. The opposite, actually. She had the face of someone fighting the world one day at a time, alone, without leaning on anyone. She didn't think she needed to lean on him. He had no interest in being her rescue. That's how it started.
The conversations were dry, no chemistry, no spark, just two people who started exchanging messages. Hi Alex, my name is Annet. I live in a small town in northern Germany. I'm learning Korean right now. Hi Annet, my name is Alex. I live in a small town in the south. I'm trying to get more fluent in German. That was our first conversation. That was all of it. But it kept going. Good morning, Alex. Have a good day, and don't let work stress you out. Thanks, Annet. You have a good day too, and enjoy your lunch. Short exchanges like that, one after another. We started opening up to each other, little by little, asking questions about each other's languages. One day, he asked her, Annet, is your pronunciation weird? Tochter. Alex, you need to push the chi-h harder. It's probably a tough sound for Koreans. The chi-h and the r. I'll admit that. But is the Korean j sound supposed to be j or more like z? That one's hard for me. It's j, but you'll need to hit the accent harder. That's how we started, piece by piece, talking about language, and then about our days. Then one day, she texted him. I told my husband yesterday that there's someone I've been talking to. Wait, what do you mean? You remember I'm in the middle of a divorce, right? Right, I remember the paperwork's been filed and it's in process. Yeah, but we're still living in the same house. The property split, the dogs, my job. It's complicated. Oh, okay. But why are you bringing this up now? Yesterday, my husband suddenly said he has a girlfriend and wanted to introduce her to me. I already knew he'd been talking to someone, even before the divorce filing. But when he came out and said it like that, I told him too. Are you okay? I mean, are you stressed right now because of the divorce? No, it's not like that. I'm just tired. Our messages were starting to carry something, emotion, bleeding through the edges, but neither of them knew it then. I don't know. Why did I tell him something so small and personal like that? But what is this? I just felt lighter. I've never felt that with anyone. Time passed. A year went by. One day, she called him. Hi, Alex, how've you been? Same as always. You? Same old. Home, work, playing with the dogs. Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Yeah, go ahead. Do you have time next week?
I'll come down to your area. I can't say for sure. My schedule keeps shifting. Even if it's late, will you call me? I'll be waiting. Okay, I'll call, even if it's late. He didn't know that she went to sleep that early. By the time he called, it was already too late. No answer. That's just how it went. And then May came, a day full of sunlight. They met for the first time in Würzburg. It was awkward. Of course it was. They started talking carefully, about each other. He didn't say much. He was never that kind of person. She waited, didn't push. We started like that, an awkward conversation finding its footing. Let's meet again. That came out that day. Neither of them knew that it would take 100 days to keep that promise. It was the tail end of summer. She came to him first, at the gym. How've you been? Same as always. You? How's the company you interviewed with? Seems like a good place. It could be good for my career, and I like the boss. She paused. But today I came because I really wanted to have a deeper conversation. A bench where the stars were clear, the last Saturday in August. By the time the conversation ended, it was well past midnight. He didn't know it then, that something had already shifted behind his ribs. Why missing her had started to seep in whenever he thought about her. She told him her room number on the way back to the hotel. He didn't go. It wasn't about courage. He didn't want something simple. He didn't even know what he was feeling yet. Something hit the brakes inside me that night. Looking back, it's almost funny. But back then, it was real. A few more months passed. The day came when they had breakfast together for the first time. That's when I knew. Walking this road with her, these moments, they were part of my happiness now. This person had walked into my life. And when I held her, no, when I held you, that was the moment. And I knew. I had been falling in love with you, truly, even then. Oh, and that McDonald's that night was absolutely terrible. I knew a restaurant nearby, but it was too late. McDonald's or Burger King. Those were the only options. I'm sorry, Annette.